We're back with part two to The Liar. Mark, I'm like, again, I know we've been dumbfounded as to how someone can pull this type of tomfuckery, I hate to say it, or tomfoolery
Yeah.
on anyone. Like I'm racking my brain just trying to figure out, like, how does someone master in two different households, two different women, to the point where no one's really showing any curiosity as to why am I not getting, well, one had all the time and the other one wasn't getting a lot of the time. So I'm just trying to figure out, why wouldn't the wife been more inquisitive as to what you're doing, where you at?
Yeah.
Like, there were no phone calls made, like
Maybe two phones. Like, yeah, I mean,
So-
there had to be something like that, right? Two
Yeah,
phones, right?
but-
Because it couldn't have been one phone, right? Because I mean, he would have been, or like you said, maybe it was, hey, I'm overseas and I can't answer at this time, right?
Right.
So maybe
That's
the
the-
other phone stayed in the car. I don't know.
That's the only way I can see this being pulled off. Like, he had to say he was overseas. Like there's no way domestically living in the U.S. I don't. If you're offshore drilling, because they work 3-4 weeks on and get so much time off.
Right.
Like I'm just racking my brain because the other individual is mentally destroyed, emotionally destroyed, financially destroyed. Because from what I heard, or what we were told, that he basically leveraged her in every sense known to man. And it's like, then to have a child by this individual, and now your child has to go in an environment with a wife that didn't even know that you existed. So not only do you exist, but now you have another mouth that is added to the family tree. So, like, bro, like, something like that can go left real quick.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still racking my brain on how that would work, but and maybe military, right? Like deployment, like you said, like, hey, I got to go on deployment, I got to go on TDY or whatever, right?
Right.
And do that kind of stuff. Maybe that was like the way to get around it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, if for them to like meet all at the same target, like, and all of a sudden you see that, hey, this person has a whole different family outside of you being that family. I think, I do think though there was probably some type of flags that came up along the way where, like, the controlling part that we talked about, right? Some of the controlling part. Like, even if I think about myself, right? I mean, I could be taken by like visual things too, right? You know what I mean? And it could be easy for me to be infatuated with someone, right? And not see the shit that's right in front of me, right? Where I'm just thinking like the good shit, right? And I'm not really seeing that person for what they are. Like, and that's happened to me before, right? I've been in a scenario where I was, I can't remember if I was dating somebody or I was seeing them for a while or whatever, right? But it was a scenario where I couldn't see the true person, but my friends would tell me like, hey, this person's not a good person, right? But I couldn't see that, right? Because I was in the moment and I was taken by whether it was the looks or whatever, right? Whatever line that she was feeding me at the time, right? But it's just, I was taken by all the other stuff. But my friends were trying to tell me, hey, she's not like a good person, right? But I think they couldn't figure out the way to actually say that, because I was actually seeing her, and I didn't live with her, but I was like seeing her like all the time, and we're hanging out and kind of getting to that moment where we're getting closer and closer. But I like I said, I didn't see those flags either, because I probably didn't want to see them, because I probably wanted what I saw visually or in my head. I wanted that to be real. I wanted that to be the takeaway. Just like maybe she thought, maybe, hey, he was promising her the world, right? I wanted to see this in this person as well. Like, hey, this could be my life partner. Hey, da 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 da, right? But in the end, she was a bad person too, right? So like that's kind of like what I see. It's like you can be taken away by the in the heat of the moment things. You know what I mean? And lose yourself. You can. I mean,
it's more of a hallucination than anything, because a lot of people, they want this
right.
person to be the right person in the moment.
Yeah.
So bad, by any means necessary. So
it won't even matter what they do. They can do dumb shit to you, and they won't even care.
As you and I sit there and listen, and we probably saw at least 3 red flags, and she saw none.
Yeah.
Just because the person was readily accessible, to me, that doesn't mean that there aren't any other options.
Yeah.
Just because he was so giddy, of course, most people are going to be giddy in the beginning.
Yeah.
because they're trying to put their best foot forward. They're trying to impress you beyond, and he did that. But he did it in a sense where you were blinded by the illusion of love. You were blinded by the illusion of the funness of him being around, and you were blinded because you thought he was your Boaz. You thought he was the perfect specimen for you, but in reality, you failed to sit there and really analyze and ask the questions. Because if someone in the beginning when you're dating, you can't go to their place.
Yeah,
that's a red flag.
That's a problem.
Like, to me, that's
what are you
first,
hiding?
Correct.
You know what I mean?
That's the first indicator. So if you didn't go through the mental checklist
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning,
yeah,
well, essentially you set yourself up.